Albany, Georgia, where I have undefeated featherweight Haven Brady Jr., who this Saturday night takes on 36-fight veteran Michael Gaxiola in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Haven, what's happening?
Nothing much, nothing much. Just training, getting ready mentally and physically for this weekend. Ready to put on a great show.
So we're in year two of your career now, 4-0, three knockouts. How do you assess your first year as a professional boxer?
It was great. It was a great year. I got 4 fights in due to the pandemic and all the setbacks, and I think it was a great year. And I'm just trying to make this year way better.
So talk about your opponent on your opponent on Saturday night.
Uh, my opponent Saturday, he's a vet. He have 30 plus fights. Been professional for some years, and I think he gonna come to fight.
Like you say, he's a veteran guy, and I mean, you feel this little bit of a jump.
Definitely. My last fight was a jump 3-0. I fought somebody 3-0, just like me, and I just feel like I'm ready for it. And when I fight better competition, it brings the best out of me. So the better they is, the better I am.
In fact,
So I want to show my best performance. So I have to fight better fighters.
I was just informed the opponent is actually Diuhl Olguin. He's a 40-fight veteran, and he's a guy in there who's been in with a lot of guys there. So if I read down his list, he's fought some good opposition. Is this an opportunity when you're fighting Olguin on Saturday night to maybe compare yourself to some of the other guys that he's fought, in the past?
Yes, definitely. It's just a stepping stone, just to see where I'm at. See where I'm at in the ranks, and I definitely can test myself and test the waters, which I know I'm gonna do well. But he haven't been knocked out or stopped in 3 or 4 years, and he always come to fight. His last kind of fight is kind of be close, but I'm just gonna outbox him and do my thing.
I understand you're working with a new training team, and talk about that. How's that going? What kind of new things have you been working on?
Um, my training team is going good. I'm feeling great. This is my the best I have feeling since I've been pro, and I just been working on getting sharper, working on my defense getting sharper, my punches getting accurate, and my distance. And I can't say too much. I just want y'all to tune in just to see the new me.
I mean, you turned pro. Like we said, almost about a year and a half ago. You were 18 then. I think you're 20. You're 20 now. They always use the term "growing into your man strength." Do you feel now that's happening for you?
Kind of. I have to see in the ring. It'd be different in sparring, but I can tell I'm getting stronger and just mentally stronger and just yeah. I definitely feel like I'm getting stronger, but I don't know if that's coming from my man strength or just workout.
Um, we got some question here, Steve Casper. How hard was it you starting out during the pandemic? Not the most ideal situation to start your career.
Right. It definitely wasn't when I wanted to be, but I made the best out of me, my team, and my manager, my promotion team. We made the best out of it, and it wasn't too bad because you kind of got it wasn't the crowd thing. You don't have a crowd when you first start. A lot of fighters get into the crowd when you first start and kind of start fast or they hear things from the crowd and they do different things in the ring. And I didn't get that opportunity, so that was a great aspect of. But I made the best out of it, and we was moving forward.
Your last fight, which was the first time that you were taking the distance. A couple questions about that fight. A few questions. First, you fought an undefeated guy. What was that like? Another guy was 3-0, Roberto Negretti, like yourself. What was that like? Not only fighting an undefeated guy, fighting in Atlanta, not far from your hometown, and that whole experience.
That was a great fight. I fought an undefeated guy, and he brought the best out of me, and it just elevated my game and showed me what I need to work on, and showed me what I did good, and it just made me a better fighter. And I love the feeling of fighting close to home. Well, Atlanta is my home. That's where I'm at now, and it was a great feeling, and I can't wait to fight back here again.
So you're in Atlanta now. You're out of Albany just what to train, or because I know you're very active in Albany with stuff that you give back to the community in the gym and everything like that. So how's that the move to Atlanta been?
Can you repeat that again?
I said you're in Atlanta now. You just said correct.
Yes.
So I know you're very much into the community back in Albany. You give a lot back with the gym and your work with the kids. How often are you now able to go back to Albany now that you're in Atlanta?
Oh, during camp time, I stay here the whole time, and I don't go back to I finish fighting or camp is over. So I mean, wait till I finish fighting. Since I started camp, I've been here, and I won't go back home until after after I get done fighting.
And like I said, you're very you work with the kids and everything with the gym back in Albany. I know that's always been part of your routine. Is it a little difficult? You miss doing that a little bit?
Oh, definitely. I love, especially after my fights, giving back to the community, training some of the people coming up, and just working out with some of the people in the community, and definitely some of the kids, and just showing them different things, and you know, explaining my journey to them, and just telling them they can be better or just as good as me.
So we're in January of 2022. Take us. What's a perfect year for Haven Brady Jr.?
A perfect year. I want to be on the prospect of the year list. Um, I want to get between five fights this year, uh, maybe even six, but definitely five fights this year. And I just want to have a fantastic year. I want to get out there more. I want my name to ring more bells uh, under the prospect list, and I just want to have a great, successful year.
I understand that boxing again isn't the only thing you're concentrating on. You're actually concentrating on your studies as well. You're in college. To talk about where you're going, what are you studying?
Everything is going great. Just you making time to do it, and just breaking my time out, and so I can have time for school and to train.
I always like to ask this when I'm talking to fighters who are in school. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm already where I want to be when I grow up. I now the target now is just being a world champion.
I guess I was just trying to be funny there, but what are you studying in college? Maybe something to fall back on. After you win three, four, five world championships.
Um, I got I'm getting a degree in business management, so anything in that field, business, anything with business and just management, them fields. So
And,
there's
and
a
I,
lot of I think I have my hands in a couple different things. So
and I don't want to kill your rep. I have to tell people you were an honor student in high school.
yes, I was. Yeah, I was an
that,
understudent in high school.
that's terrific. We see a lot of fighters that think that that they're going to win five world titles and have nothing back to fall on, and you have your priorities straight. Like you said, you give back to the community, and you're just 20 years old. Where this have you always been like the most mature one of your group?
Kinda. Yes, I have, but I have to give all the credit to my parents and the people who they surround me around, and them just leading the way and teaching me everything I need to know coming up. My dad and my mom, and both of them, they just played a major part in helping me grow, telling me I need a backup plan. When I was doing boxing in school, in amateurs and stuff, they always told me keep pushing through, and they just always been my biggest fans, my biggest critic, my biggest motivators, and they they just everything. I don't know where I'd be without them.
And how important is it to you? Obviously, your parents, but you said they surround you with other people who, I mean, who are in it just for you. Whether you win, lose, or draw, they're behind you 100% and have your best interest. Where we hear a lot of stories in boxing about people come and go, and it sounds like you have a real solid support system behind you.
Right, definitely. And I think to get to where you want to be in life and definitely in the sport, you need a strong support system. And the whole time they have been giving me a lot of support and teaching me things as I go. I'm still learning as we speak right now. So I will never stop learning. I will keep both my ears open and listen to my parents and even my elders.
That's a great mindset and a great way to great way. Actually, we should great way to finish this interview. What do you want to say to the fans out there in closing? And where do we find you? Where do we find Hitman Haven on social media?
You can follow me on all platforms. You can follow me on Facebook at Haven Brady Jr. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at HitmanHaven3. And I just want to tell all the fans, thank you for supporting me. Keep supporting me. I thank you. And I want you to tune in this weekend, January 29th, ESPN Plus, and I'll put on a great performance. I promise you.
There you have
Thanks.
it.
And I also want to thank you for having me.
It's my honor, my pleasure. And like I said, we've had you on, I think, now before, I think, 3 or 4 fights. So we'll continue to have you on before all your fights, and maybe after some of your good fights as well. Haven, thank you for a few minutes of your time. We look forward to seeing you Saturday night against Diuhl Olguin, and we will talk to you along the way.
Okay.